the wild. Misery is still a path I would choose if the alternatives are worse. I guess it's time to find a friend, one who will stick by to the end. Going out of my mind in the middle, waiting
This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime, it's for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free.
Hey y'all, I hope you're doing good today. We're going to talk about RJ. It's good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, y'all, Abraham said the cutest things. I have got a video uploading of me opening it. I'm using the camera that he gave me. I kind of moved it a little bit. You'll have to let me know if y'all like it or not. What the crap? Like the paint on my door frame all the way over here. That's paint, y'all. I need to fix that. It's weird. Look, I'll show you. I'll try to show you. A mess over there. You see the door frame? Like it's paint on it. That's fucking irritating me. Let me go like that. It'll still show it. I got my craft stuff sitting in a chair over there. I got to find a bag for it. It's not going to fix. Oh, now we see. Look, I should have done this beforehand. Now I feel a little bit better about it. All right. Look at his pen. Isn't it cute? I love it. And this bracelet, y'all, he sent me some cute stuff, and there's plenty for us to do a giveaway. So I'm doing some stuff. I wish I could show you my wood burning. I just did, but I don't have it in here. I'm going to work on that, and we're going to do some kind of giveaway. I don't know how to do a giveaway, so y'all will have to help me with that so that we can, like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look. Look. It's pink. It is pink. Abraham's amazing. He's such a sweetheart. Y'all, look, let me show you. Where's my Christmas card? I wanted to show y'all my Christmas card he made. I said it. Oh, here it is. Look at this. I got the box here too. Look at this. Isn't that just adorable? That is the cutest freaking card I've ever seen in my life. And it's like 3D, like you can feel it. Some ASMR. Like, you see how it's 3D? You can kind of see it there. It's so freaking cute. Y'all, I was super excited. Like, he sent me like a bunch of stuff in bags like this, but one of them is mine. It's like cracked. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's like cracked the gate. One of them I'm keeping, but there's a bunch like this that we can do giveaways for. There's a pink one right there, and he does these beautiful cards. Like, look at this one. It says, "Life looks beautiful on you." That is so freaking pretty. Yeah, I know. I'm going on and on about my stuff. I feel special today. Look at this happy birthday. Like the ombre. Have you ever watched the people make these cards? Like, they do each step. Like, it's insane to watch them do it. And I've always wanted to know how to do this. Look at this little love one. Like, he puts the words in the background of it. I watch some people on YouTube make them, and I've always wanted to learn how to do it. But that would be another craft thing I would get into that I would probably never finish, which hence why there's a chair over there with my craft stuff on it. All right, y'all. Texas woman said her ex-husband is a vascular surgeon and he's arrested for murdering the Tepes. Oh, shit. We found out who murdered the Tepes? Ex-hubby. Son of a gun. Thank you for that information, Texas woman. Snarky old broad, good to see you. Shelby, Lori, and how was the appointment? You have to let me know. Karen, good to see you. Hannah UK and Cara, thank you guys for being here, my lovely mods. I really appreciate you. I'm good without. You think so? You think so? Southern Cats, good to see you. One Sunny Day, good to see you. Cracker Jacks, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Crochet Queen, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Heathen, it's good to see you. Hey, love, I haven't seen you in a minute. Miss King of Anything and Jenny Jim, Michael Green Chili Chicken, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you guys for being here. Left you some documents in Discord on the Tepe case. They have arrested someone. Awesome. We will look into that before we go. Contact Angel, good to see you. Yeah, I got to get a P.O. box. I'd love to send you some stuff. There's a really nice store that makes all natural shampoo bars and conditioner bars. I make those. Hold on. Let me get it and show you. Because I got a bunch of them. They're in this back. This house is so old. And And the way they made it so weird that my washer and dryer is in my bathroom. Please make that make sense. These are some of my soap bars. I thought about sending some out. Can't really see them. But I don't, they didn't, like the scent wasn't very strong. So I got to work on that. I'll open this one. It smells good though. I mean, I can smell the lavender in it. Those are some of the ones that I made. And like it's got lavender, like real French lavender. It smells good. So maybe I did do them right. Maybe I can give some of these away. There's oval and then there's circle. Maybe I can give some away when we do this giveaway. Yeah, I got to get me a P.O. box so y'all can send me stuff. Content Angel, good to see you. I gave Abraham my actual address because I know he won't give it out. Not that I think anybody else would, but I really should not be doing stuff like that. So I got to get a P.O. box. Nene Nut, good to see you, and thank you for being here. Jimmy Jim, A1 from day one, has been a member for 15 whole entire daggone months. That is gracious. I don't even feel like we've been monetized that long. Thank you so much for your continued support. She says, speculating family, you rock, Jimmy Jim. Thank you so much for the continued support. I really appreciate it.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Kalisa, good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, thank you. I've got several different molds. Abraham, I was just bragging. I'm using the camera you sent me. I wish y'all could see it. It's bedazzled. Look, I got the bracelet on. I was just talking about how beautiful. You'll have to rewind because this stuff is just, y'all, it's so beautiful. I hope he's selling this. Like, he can make some money. This stuff is just, look, I know I keep showing y'all, but like, look, it's just so pretty. Oh, we can't see it that way, can you? That one's really pretty, so we're going to be doing a giveaway. Look at them. Look at this one. They're so beautiful. And the cards. I'm pulling them up again. Y'all, I'm just so excited. They're just so daggum pretty. Like, I'm going to have to send him one of these back. I'm going to write on it. See, look. Thank you for all you do. And like I was telling y'all, like, you see the white, like if you've ever watched them on YouTube make it, like it's like they paint the paper and then they there's like they have to add each step, right? Like you have to do the yellow paper first and then you do the stencil part and then you add these things that actually pop out and you can see it. It's really extensive. I really wanted to learn how to do it. I haven't learned how to do it yet, but it would probably be another project that I would get into and then just have a pile of stuff to go with it. Y'all have to see my resin and my clay stuff. Like I got to stop getting into stuff. Like some of it I'm good at, some of it I'm not, but I love to try. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that was so nice of you. Thank you so much. And it excited me to know that Rocco was there with you when you did it. Really touched my heart. I really love Rocco, our lawyer dog. Each bracelet can be given away with a card too. That's awesome. So maybe we can do like several giveaway, like people can win several different things. I want to do a wood burning with my logo to give it away, but this was my favorite. This was my favorite card of all. I really love this card. I think it is the most adorable thing. And I set it over here so it could sit on my desk. So cute. Don't you? Like, we've got to do a giveaway. We got to do a giveaway. Carrie, good to see you. CM Wilkins and Noah Rocks, good to see you. Yes, didn't he do a good job? Y'all have to see the camera. Maybe I can show you a picture of it. But it's got all the gemstones on it, just like my mic. Do y'all see I don't know if you've seen it. See how it's got like all the gemstones on it? He did the same thing with my camera, which was super sweet. In my chat, I put a winner wheel generator in there. It would help with the giveaways. Cool. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. We should definitely do that. I don't know if I'm clearer. I feel like I'm clearer on the camera too. So I really appreciate that like so much. Look at these earrings. I made them. These wood stencils were at the Dollar Tree and like I poured resin, different colored resin. I think it was resin. It's been a while. And it's like blue and then the tips are white. I got into jewelry making too. Resin, jewelry making, clay, wood burning, like got to stop getting into stuff. So you 5 bracelets and 5 cards for the audience and the rest is yours. Thank you. So I'm going to write that down. I just had a fit because my pen wrote in pink. Y'all, I had a fit. And again, if you didn't see it, this is what it looks like. It's freaking adorable. I love it. So I'm going to write down 5 so I'll know that we need to do 5. 5 bracelets with the 5 cards. Some of them bracelets I really love. I like all of them, but some of them I saw and I'm like, I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping that one. Kalisa said, okay, I've done the same thing. Polymer clay. Yep. Air dry clay, cards, stamping, ink printing, jewelry making. It gets crazy, but so much fun. It does. And I've got a lot of resin molds left, so the kids are kind of getting into it now. He is, isn't he? Just so talented. Like, it's beautiful. I really hope that you're making money off of that stuff. In my area, I'm part of a free giveaway where instead of donating to Goodwill, you actually give stuff away to people in need. That is super cool. I have multiple people commenting on stuff I'm giving away, and I use that will. Cara, that is amazing. Oh, yeah. I got to figure out how it works. Yeah. Look, y'all. I set it on the bed. He gave me this too. And I was like, I don't know exactly what it does, but I'm going to watch a video on it. He gave me that. Like, how freaking sweet was that? I know this stuff is expensive. So it's an all-in-one keypad for streaming and content creation, UNE interface. Oh, I think that's the Spanish. It's got 15 switchblade buttons, multi-leak Marcos, detachable anti-slip magnetic stand. So it plays sounds like The Amazing and the Train. Okay, because I was like, I didn't know what it does. I thought it played sounds, but then I saw like, if you look, there's like a file and then a game. So I didn't know if it like would open different things while I was live or what exactly it did. But yes, I have it right here and I'm going to hook it up. Thank you for that. Let me set it right here. Like, I can't thank you enough. I'm going to write you a card to thank you, but that was so very super sweet of you. Thank you so very much. Like, it really is awesome. Open it. Okay, I haven't opened it. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I didn't know you bedazzled this too because I did not open it yet because I knew that I would not have time to set it up before I went live. I don't want to rip it. My scissors. Let me get my scissors. Hold on, y'all. I got to cut it. Okay. They packed this thing good. Oh, I already see it. Look. You can see it right there. Oh my gosh, look. Look, y'all. Look at that. I love it. Thank you. And it's got, look. If you look, it's like little, and then the middle one is big on each one. Let me see if there. Now you can see it. See, it's little, and then in the corner right here, each one is big. That is beautiful, and you did a really good job with that. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Thank you. Look, y'all over here spoiling me on this internet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm going to set it right here. When I get it set up, I'm going to have to read the instructions. I always keep them. I actually have a bag of instructions. Thank you. That was so cool. Thank you. I got to watch a video to make sure I'm using it the correct way. I think it's, yeah, look, it's magnetic. So, like, it clicks. Super cool. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I did a video. It's uploading, but I had to call Verizon because my internet is crap today. And I called them and I was like, look, we got to do something about this daggum internet now. They keep giving me like, $10 off a month, but that ain't gonna work. I love sparkly stuff too. I got like these. You can buy these on Amazon. And so I use these and I just saw my stuff. Look, right when I need it, I'm not gonna be able to find it as usual. Well, anyway, there's just like, there it is. And I use this. It's taped because it's easier to get it to come out. I think it's B7000. And then it has like a tip so you can glue it on easy. So it's like a precision basically, and you can just glue it. And that's what I use. And you just sit there and bedazzle. That's what I did. DJ, good to see you. I'm sorry people were making fun of you. That's not cool. You have to be careful out here on this internet, DJ. People are mean. People are really mean. When you put yourself out here, you know, there's going to be people that don't like you and you'll have haters. But if you can laugh at them, it makes things easier. Tom, good to see you. You use it for jewelry making too, did you? That's super cool. Yes, you are awesome, just as you are. Thank you, Southern Cats. Abraham said you can program the buttons to do different things like what the fuck, what the hell is going on here, the crazy train, etc. Awesome. Awesome. I'm so excited. I'm super excited. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hey, Alex, good to see you. He said camera's a 1080p. Yep, I saw that on the thing right there. You have to modify your streaming settings. Okay, let me write that down so I'll remember to do it because I'll be forgetting everything. We're going to modify stream settings. I wonder if I can do it now. It says camera 1080 Pro Stream, camera resolution, full definition 1080p, full high definition. So I think it did it already. It says mirror my camera, and that's checked. Heads up, if you have an overlay that covers a lot of the screen, you might cover yourself. I don't know what that means. Advanced restrictive firewall. Please read these instructions first. The setting cannot be changed while in the studio. I don't know what that means. But it does say my camera is 1080p Pro Stream and camera resolution is full high definition 1080p. So should be good. Thank you for the compliment. A lot of people, I've been told my whole life that I have really pretty eyes. Thank you. You guys are amazing and so very sweet. All right, let me write down this timestamp. I forgot to put chapters in my stream from yesterday because we were so busy. I had to go pick Mr. Speculating up for work, and then we had to go pick up his brother, and then they had to take off to go back to North Carolina. They just made it, like, I think they're on the way back now. The image just changed. It looks more clear. Okay, good, good. So maybe I did fix it and didn't even know. Thank you, All in Tanks. I mean, yeah, this camera is a lot better. I can see, even when I just plugged it in, I could tell the resolution was better. Like, I can see my eyes are bloodshot, but I don't know why. Like, I've got enough sleep. I don't know if it's my eyeliner, because when I do my eyeliner, I put it like right there on my actual eyelid. So I don't know if it makes my eyes bloodshot. It irritates me. Thank you. And that's all because of you. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I really do. All right, y'all. So let me write down this timestamp because I started talking more. 25:31. All right, let's talk about RJ. The search is still ongoing, which does not make me feel good at all. I'm really concerned because I feel like if he was hiding in the woods, they would have found him by now, especially now with the community getting involved. There's a lot of people who have come out and joined the search, and we're still not hearing much. We also have one of the family members came out and spoke, and I have the article and short video on that we're going to look at. Daria, good to see you. Daria says, oh, DJ, I'm so sorry you felt like you had to change your name. I like the other one too, but I understand. Glad you didn't just leave YouTube. Yeah, don't let these people out here make you leave YouTube, especially people who talk shit behind the keyboard. Most of the time, like, they ain't going to come on camera. They ain't going to back up what they say. Don't worry about it. Just block them and keep it moving. Don't know how people do eyeliner. I tried and looked like a raccoon. Did you? I don't know how people do that line. You know, let me make it like this. You know that line that people will do right here? I want to learn how to do that so bad, but like I would look like a raccoon. I don't watch him. And how do I say this? I would not take to heart anything Sinner says. I'll just leave that there. I don't watch him, but I've seen a couple of clips about him. I would not, if Sinner did not like me, I would consider that a compliment. And I'll just leave that at that. Kalisa said, DJ said, DJ, lots of us here on the spectrum and mental health stuff, but in my experience, people like us have been through things others can't imagine, and we're more empathetic and understanding. Exactly, 100%.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
I could not agree more. Southern Gal, good to see you. Using a spoon helps with that cat eye line. I have this little like template too, and I still couldn't do it. All right, let me make me back small again because the focus needs to be on RJ. So I've got 2 new videos to look at, and while we're doing that, I'm going to pull up the information that I have on the family. This one's going to talk about how the community's coming together to search for RJ.
That's right. OSBI is now offering $5,000 to anyone who can confirm.
That was important for me, and somebody, to be fair, sent me a screenshot yesterday. As I was doing my outro, I saw the screenshot of that they're offering $5,000 for his safe return or for information leading to him. I think that is important. It also troubles me that there is $5,000 that somebody could get for finding him and locating him, and he is a 12-year-old boy that allegedly walked off into the woods, and there's like a lot of people searching for him and nobody's found anything yet. That's all of those things combined together are very concerning. I'm concerned that his family did something to him, because I feel like, I mean, a 12-year-old boy, while he might be able to survive out in the woods like that, with all these people looking for him, they probably would have found him by now or signs of him. And then with the $5,000 being offered, plus the sheriff's office saying that he will not go back to that household, if somebody had him, I feel like they would come forward. 9 times out of 10, I forget I'm wearing eyeliner, rub my eye, and then I'm walking around looking like the Winter Soldier. That's funny. Did you really? That's interesting. All right, so I backed it up. I backed it up. Let's watch it again.
That's right. OSBI is now offering $5,000 to anyone who
Corey,
can confirm
how much?
RJ's location leading to his safe return. Right now, as we speak, community volunteers are out searching for this missing 12-year-old, hoping to bring him home. RJ! By foot, by four-wheeler, or by drone. Volunteers spent Friday scouring nearby Chickasha and Cement for missing 12-year-old Ryan Davis, known as RJ. RJ vanished outside a hotel in Chickasha 7 days ago and hasn't been seen since. Days after RJ disappeared, his mom and stepdad were arrested for child abuse and child sex abuse.
Well, I have 2 12-year-olds myself, and what if it were my son, you know?
We covered about 650 acres this morning, roughly, across 3 pilots, 3 different drones.
Drones took to the sky, flying above a property that belongs to RJ's family, along with a nearby lake, while dozens of other volunteers searched on the ground, looking for any sign of RJ.
We're centralized.
So with people searching like 600 acres, I'm real concerned about him. But I feel like with them seeing him on camera and verifying that it was indeed him at 11:21 on the Friday, January 2nd, that he went missing, if they had done something nefarious, there should be signs somewhere, like, you know, the ground, fresh dirt being moved or something. But I don't have a lot of hope. Hey, Kim, good to see you. You don't have to go back to the beginning. We just started.
Where he was last seen, where he was known, and then sort of those in-between places. We're just looking, I think, for any breadcrumb, but we want to bring RJ home.
Now, on the missing persons flyer, volunteers wrote a message specifically for RJ in case he sees it, telling him that his parents have been arrested. He does not have to return back to that house, and they just want him home. Reporting live in Cement.
I pray to God he sees that. God, I pray he sees that and knows that he won't go back home. This reads, new Friday search for 12-year-old. We talked to the biological father of Ryker Cole, aka RJ Davis, at a vigil in Chickasha. His message for his son, as the search effort approaches a full week since he was last seen, the search is still ongoing. So I think this is the interview with the father.
Ryker, Dad's here. Your real dad is here looking for you, and I'm out tonight looking for you. And I am going to find you, whether which way I got to go to do it. Ryker, Dad's here. Your real dad is here looking for you, and I'm out tonight looking for you. And I am going to find you, whether which way I got to go to do it.
Well, that's important. I'm glad the real dad has finally come out and said something, who has verified it's him. The police said that it was him during the first presser that we got. They said that it definitely was him, but the last time he was seen was 11:21. Now remember, the mom was like, oh, he was seen at 11:45 on the state trooper, and then he was seen up by the fire department and the school in cement, and those were not verified. That's just her talking. I do too, Tom. I'm really concerned about him. I'm really worried. That's how you tell your missing kid to come home. That's a real parent right there. Exactly.
Boom, 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 bop, bam.
If we play it again, you can see the concern on his face. I can. For me, I can.
Ryker, Dad's here. Your real dad is here looking for you, and I'm out tonight looking for you.
You can see his eyes are bloodshot and there's water welling up in them.
And I am going to find you, whether which way I got to go to do it.
Stark difference from his mother and his stepfather, in my opinion. Cracker Jacks reiterated to you, DJ, that you are in a safe place here. Everyone's got their own shit going on, but get together to escape general pressures of life, review, chat, and also laugh. Laugh, absolutely. I believe this man too. I really do, Cracker Jacks. I don't think he has anything to do with it. From what some of the family were saying before, the family on the father's side had been being kept away somewhat. So I think it's important. I don't like the fact that they were kept away. I feel like they were kept away for nefarious reasons. But as a 12-year-old boy, if we look at it from RJ's perspective, okay, if we were a 12-year-old boy who was being abused that way, and that's all they've ever known, to the extent that you keep running away, nobody's listening. When you try to run away, they keep putting you back in this environment where you're being SA'd. To see, for him to see his father come out and say, hey, I'm here, and you're not going back there, and I want you to come out so that we can have a relationship. I think that's going to be super important. I think if he sees that and knows that, if he is still alive, that will help tremendously with getting him to come home. Kat, good to see you. Sarah, One Sunny Day said, I hope RJ got a ride to New York or California or wherever he wanted to escape to, and that's why they can't find him. I do too. I think the stepfather knows where he's at as well. I think mom does too. I think that's why she's wearing sunglasses or transition lenses, whatever it is that she's wearing in that interview. And she seemed to cry at the end saying that she doesn't know where he's at. But other than that, they're not real emotional. And the stepdad, he's not a good liar. You can see that shit written all over his face. So this is the article. This is the other family member speaking out. I'm going to pause that, take it back to the beginning. This is on my computer. It's not on YouTube where I have premium, so there probably will be a commercial. It reads, exclusive relative speaks out about alleged abuse as search grows for missing Caddo County boy. Community volunteers and law enforcement continue an intensive search, for missing 12-year-old RJ Davis near Chickasha, while his relative speaks out about the alleged abuse. I'm going to make this full screen.
A woman who previously gave him refuge is speaking publicly for the first time. She says RJ was repeatedly trying to escape an abusive home.
So with her saying that, I'm just going to assume right now, and we'll find out more in a minute, I think this is the aunt on the stepdad's side that housed him when he ran away the first time. That is doing the protective order against them for stalking, harassment, and violence. Cara said, in my opinion, I think those tears of I don't know where he's at is really I'm afraid you're going to know where he's at. And that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Real emotions from a parent are breathtaking. They are. Especially when you haven't seen much from the other side, in my opinion. Do you guys think the mom or stepdad did something to him after he was caught on camera? Like he escaped, but they caught up to him. That is the only way that if they are responsible, that could have happened. The only way that if like RJ is deceased and they killed him, the only way that could have happened is if after he was caught on camera, they caught up to him without being seen, lured him back, and then did something with him. But even at that, if they did call 911 at 1 a.m., so you got 11:21 he's seen on camera, they would have had to go out without being seen, lure him, and commit the homicide and cover it up in an hour and a half, which I don't see that being possible. Not to where police don't know anything even up to this point, but they were calling it suspicious out the gate. And I don't think it's because of the amount of time he was missing. Hey, Mustang, good to see you. They're saying that it was him, and I'll pull the presser up so we can hear it again. We'll go through it again in just a minute. They seemed confident that it was him that was caught on camera when we heard it the first time. Right. Yeah, I don't. It's weird for me to know that they were essaying him, and then for them to talk about, oh, we had to rent a motel because there was too many people in the house in the RV to take a shower. That don't make no motherfucking sense. It's just like having a house with one bathroom, which is what we have. I mean, it's. But if I hadn't gone back to the beginning, I wouldn't have seen all the stuff Abraham sent you. Yeah, it was super sweet. He's so sweet. We're going to do a giveaway. So as soon as I figure out how we're going to do that, we'll probably do several because he said there's 5 bracelets and 5 cards for them to be sent. So that's what we're going to do. Well, Kim, I've thought about that, but like, I don't want to do an Amazon wish list. I would rather like you guys, if you have something or you want to send me something, I would rather it just be a P.O. box, something that you thought of and wanted to do. The difference is real emotion and fake emotion is clear from both parents. Yep. Let me play this.
News 9's Deanne Stein is live now in Chickasha with this exclusive interview. Deanne.
I think the cops.
Carl, Bobby, Tina Molina tells me this is the 3rd time RJ has run away from his family, but this time he didn't turn to her. She believes he's afraid of being sent back.
He said he wants revenge on his mom, dad, and his sister.
That's what RJ Davis told Tina Molina, his great aunt, back on December 11th after running away from the Quality Inn in Chickasha, where
he wants revenge on his mom, dad, and sister. I get the revenge on the mom and dad if they were abusing him, but the sister too? What did the sister do? Is she involved in the SA? And if she is, she's being abused as well. So I don't think it would be her fault. And One Sunny Day pointed out that, you know, what motel room has more than one bathroom? Again, so it's not adding up. It's not making sense at all. You're leaving a camper that has one bathroom because it has one bathroom and you need to shower, yet going to a motel that has one bathroom to shower. Not following. I'm not picking up what you're laying down. I'm not smoking what you're smoking there, parents. It's my last day green. Oh, sweetheart, don't worry about that. You're part of the family regardless. I'm sorry, though, that you're going through something right now, and I hope everything gets better. You don't worry about that. Over here, you don't have to be a member to get noticed. Hey, Crystal, good to see you, love. I like your picture. I want big lip. Your lips are very pretty. I wish mine were pretty like that. Mine aren't big like that. I need big, beautiful lips like you have, Crystal. I love that. I hope I didn't offend you. I didn't mean it in any negative way. Unless the camper doesn't have a shower or the shower doesn't work. But I don't know. I need to pull up that article. They admitted to the SA. They probably know he's no longer with us. I don't know. I hope not. I really hope I didn't offend you in any type of way. I think you are very beautiful. I love your lips, and I wish I had big, beautiful lips like you. Doesn't make sense, and it's not what I'm smoking exactly.
his family was living at the time.
They hit him with the baseball bat.
Abuse, she claims, was ongoing and at the hands of his mother, Kimberly Cole, and his stepfather, George Cole. Both remain behind bars on multiple child abuse complaints.
I know for a fact that they shackle his feet
What the
handcuff
fuck?
him all the way up here and put him on a bar in their bathroom, and make him stand there so he can't go to the bathroom or do anything.
While Tina tried.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Did y'all hear that? Did they say? I didn't remember reading that. I thought they just were talking about showering when I pulled that up. I'm gonna see if I can find that article again. Did y'all hear that shit? She said she knows for a fact. Like, did you see it?
George Cole. Both remain behind bars on multiple child abuse complaints.
I know for a fact that they shackle his feet, handcuff him all the way up here and put him on a bar in their bathroom, and make him stand there so he can't go to the bathroom or do anything.
While Tina tried to help RJ.
What in the actual fuck? If she knows for a fact, I'm thinking she saw it. I mean, to be fair, she provided refuge for him. She's tried to get a restraining order, but they would always put him back there. Like, if he's running there and telling her this, and she's saying, look, they're shackling him to a bar in their bathroom, why the fuck does he keep getting put back there? Crystal said, have you seen where they planned to search this morning by the lake and the OSBI had it blocked off? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. But we'll jump to Facebook and see what we can find on that. Let me open another tab because I want to keep the dad pulled up. So the OSBI allegedly has the lake blocked off. That's not good. Country Girl Sam, good to see you. They have removed other kids from the property they own. They was left with the step grandpa who is a child predator. Really? So what other kids have been removed? If that's true, why is RJ so upset with his sister? She left RJ there. Yeah, like what the fuck? And the cops aren't involved? Yeah, so many questions. That's horrible. And that's, I think it could be true. I think that's why the cops are like, look, you will no way, shape, or form be put back there. Okay, she says it's on the Facebook page. We're going to check that out. Baseball bat? I didn't see that. I didn't hear that. Hey, Rachel, good to see you. Oh, and by the way, hello, Country Girl Sammy, good to see you. Thank you for being here, and thank you guys for the information. I'll play this, and then we'll look up where they blocked off the lake.
She says she was also afraid of his caregivers, and just this week filed 2 victim protective orders against them for stalking and verbal threats.
I've been wanting to turn them in for the longest time, for years, but I was afraid to because it would come back on me, and they would come after me.
Tina said the third.
No, ma'am. I'm sorry. No, ma'am. If I know a child, especially a child in my life, my family is being treated like that, I'm not going to give a fuck. But then, I mean, I'm the type of person that if you got something to say to me, I want you to say it to my face so we can have a discussion about it and talk about it. Ain't no motherfucking way in hell. The cops would have to fight me to put him back in that household like that. You would be fighting me. Because I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Absolutely not. He is not going back to that house. We will fist fight, and I'll take that charge. Country Girl Sam said, I'm less than 40 miles from them. I'm sorry for what your community is going through, and it makes me so happy to see how the community has come together out there and went and searched for him and provided things for the people to search. I saw they have water bottles, all kinds of things out there. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. I pray to God he is found safe, and I'm so glad that the community out there has come together like it has. I'm 4.5 hours away. I wish I could be there to help. I'm now convinced this isn't a good outcome with all this going on. It's sad when people speak too late. I pray he's hiding somewhere, but there's been no sighting. That's what's upsetting to me, because there's so many people out there. They said they've searched across 600 some odd acres with the drones, the dogs, the ATVs, and they're still not finding him. With a $5,000 reward, if somebody was hiding him and they've been informed that he will no way, shape, or form get back to that household, I feel like somebody would have come forward. If he was hiding in the woods, he might be a country boy, but I don't think he could hide that well, you know. DHS in Oklahoma tries to always put the kids back in the home, which our DHS sucks. Do you think they would put him back in that home even if they knew all this was going on. And I love your picture, by the way. Yeah, there wouldn't even be a discussion. We're fist fighting in the front yard. In my experience, the good parents get the kids ripped away while the bad parents get away with this shit. Yep. And it's a hard line because like CPS has to follow the law. So if they say you can't come in, you can't search, basically they have to go to court and get a search warrant or get the cops to back them up. And there's all kinds of loopholes. So I try not to chastise them too much. But if somebody told you this child's being tied up like that and you put him back, no, we got problems. Absolutely not.
Third time RJ ran away was on Friday. Investigators say
Look, it's hard to see, okay? Let me make it big. I'm going to disappear for a minute. Look at his wrist. It's going to be hard for y'all to see it. I need to screenshot it and blow it up, right? But if you look at his wrist right below where it meets, there it is a little bit darker. Now, that could be dirt. It actually looks like a long bruise, like almost like a shackle, like the old style shackles. I don't think that's what it is, but there is a line right under. Let me see if I can click. If you can see my mouse, there's a line right here. That's concerning, but it also looks like there's a bruise right here, and then a line coming down to a bruise right there. Now that could be just a 12-year-old boy being a 12-year-old boy, but after hearing that, it's a little concerning. He is skinny. My littles are skinny. They've got high metabolism because I spend $600 a freaking month on food. It's insane the amount of money we spend on food, and they're real skinny like that. They just got ADHD and are constantly running. So I try not to take that into too much account because these kids with their metabolism these days is insane. But hopefully he was getting fed. Yeah. You think he's very skinny? Mine are little, but looks like some swelling as well. It does. It does. If you look at it, it does look like it's a little swollen. But, I mean, it could be nothing. So let me not. Yeah, I mean, I try to keep it cheap. And we use flour and like lard and eggs. And we cook a lot of stuff from scratch. That saved me. I hope no one picked him up. We have a turnpike that runs from Oklahoma City to Chickasha. I hope nobody picked him up. Yeah, he doesn't look malnourished to me. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think because his thighs are kind of thick, so I don't think he's malnourished. Hey, Mariel, good to see you.
he walked away from the hotel and hasn't been seen since. A massive search involving law enforcement and hundreds of volunteers has so far turned up nothing.
I just want him to come home safe and alive. That's all I want.
It's
killing me. It really is killing me.
Tina believes RJ is still out there alive, though, and has this message for him if he's watching.
RJ, this is your Aunt Tina. Please come out. Your mom and dad's in jail. You're safe.
I don't like that they cut off the rest of her statement. I think that's the most important thing to get out here to him is that his parents are in jail. You're safe. You're not going back there. I hope to God he hears that. Hannah said, hi, everyone. Preparing food is beef and mushroom pie. Oh, my gosh. That sounds delicious. I want to come over and eat with you. My middle child's skinny like that, like him, and he's in his 20s. Yeah. Another family member showing the true emotion, unlike the egg donor. Yep.
Now search efforts will continue here in Grady and Caddo counties until RJ is found. Live in Chickasha, Deanne Stein, Oklahoma Zone, News 9.
All right, Dan, we appreciate the report right there. The OSBI now offering a $5,000 reward for anyone who can confirm RJ's location that leads to his safe return. You can call the tip line at the number on your screen right there.
The number is 1-800-522-8017.
Any information about RJ.
Recognize achievement or promote your brand with DRTC. DRTC is your...
Thank you for that. So it's probably going to be a repeat of what we've read. It says, as the search continues for 12-year-old RJ Davis, a woman who previously gave him refuge is speaking publicly for the first time, while hundreds of volunteers join law enforcement in combing rural areas of Caddo and Grady counties. I hope I'm pronouncing Cadeau right. Tina Molina, Davis's great aunt, says RJ had repeatedly tried to escape an abusive home. She believes that this time he did not turn to her because he was afraid of being sent back. Quote, he said he wants revenge on his mom, dad, and his sister. She said, recalling the conversation from December 11th, shortly after RJ ran away the first time from the Quality Inn in Chickasha, where his family was living at the time. Quote, it breaks my heart. I care about the baby, even though he's not my nephew by blood. I claim him as my nephew. I want him to still be alive. I really do, she said. Molina claims RJ had been physically abused by his mother, Kimberly Cole, and stepfather, George Cole, who remain in custody on multiple child abuse complaints. Quote, I know for a fact that they shackled his feet, handcuffed him, and made him stand in the bathroom so he couldn't use it or do anything. She said, while she tried to help RJ, Molina said she was also afraid of the couple. Earlier this week, she filed 2 protective orders against them, citing stalking and verbal threats. Quote, I wanted to turn them in for years, but I was afraid it would come back on me and they would come after me, Molina said. For years. She said, for years. This child has been enduring this abuse for years. I wish they would give me 5 minutes alone with the egg donor. She would wish she was back in jail. I'll beat the brakes off that bitch. I swear to God I would. Sexual abuse and child abuse. Like, and that's the thing. If he was acting out, saying things like, I want revenge on my dad, my mom, and my sister, you've got to look deeper. Usually there's something going on. Just like when we talk about Junior out of Florida, trained to go, taking off in the truck, and then hitting the cop car and like trying to brawl with the cops, all the things. I really think that's because he was being abused by 60-year-old Darnell Hairston. Going back to this case, if RJ's acting out really bad and misbehaving, it's more than likely because he's being abused in some way, type, or form. That's what we've seen more often than not. And I mean, children are not just bad inherently. They're usually really good inherently. But if they're being abused and nobody's doing anything about it or helping them, yeah, they're going to be pissed off. They're going to act out a little bit. And so I question, like, nobody looked into any of this. I know she was afraid to say anything, but my God, I mean, you could have filed the reports sooner. I could understand feeling defeated at the same time if you're trying to help this boy and keep him from being sent back there and you've told everybody these things and they keep sending him back there. I could understand feeling defeated, but I still would try, you know? Yeah, it's kind of upsetting. I don't want to bash her, but it's really upsetting to know that you knew about this for years, but you were afraid that it would come back on you. Because for me, if I knew a child was being abused, I would not care if it came back on me. Like, do whatever you want to do to me. Just make sure that child is safe. Please. That's the way I would approach that. It continues, investigators say RJ walked away from the hotel last Friday and has not been seen since. A massive search involving law enforcement and hundreds of volunteers so far has produced no leads. That's a problem because I feel like if a 12-year-old boy left and it's in the woods, there would be evidence somehow. Quote, I just want him to come home safe and alive. That's all I want, and it's killing me, Molina said. She still believes he's out there and delivered a message directly to him. Quote, RJ, this is your Aunt Tina. Please come out. Your mom and dad are in jail and you're safe, unquote. Outside the visitor center in Chickasha, volunteers are gathering to organize and sign up to help. The, quote, Find RJ Davis, unquote, hub near the leg lamp provides supplies for searchers who are asked to fill out forms to track areas already canvassed. It is super important if you are out there looking and trying to help search that you go there and you let them know the areas that you're that you have searched, because if you don't, then they're going to send a person out to an area that might have previously been searched when they could send them out to an area that hasn't been searched, and y'all can cover more ground more quickly to try to locate him. Just if anybody's watching and hears that, please go let them know where you've searched and where you're going. The group's Facebook page has more than 1,000 members with over 125 people actively participating. Crews are divided into 4 rural zones near RJ's home in Cement and around Lake Birchie, each covering about 1 to 2 square miles. And this video shows areas which I don't know if you guys remember. I'm going to play it so you guys can see the areas today. But yesterday we pulled up the map that had like, it was divided into 4 and it said zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4. That's what it looks like. This was as of last night. There's probably
is now offering a $5,000 reward for information on the whereabouts and safe return of a missing 12-year-old Caddo County boy.
I don't know.
RJ Davis was last seen walking away from a Chickasha motel.
His caregivers remain jailed facing child abuse charges. News 9's Deanne Stein is live in Chickasha for us with the latest on this search.
So for me, and we're going to go back over the presser to make sure that they verified that law enforcement saw him at 11:21 on those cameras. But I do believe law enforcement said that it is verified that it was him seen at 11:21 on those cameras. If he is seen walking away from the hotel at 11:21 on those cameras, and then if they legit reported him missing at 1 a.m., which is what the parents say or said in the original interviews, I don't know if that's how it went or not, but if that is how it went, then they would have had to go out behind him at 11:21 or around that time without being seen, somehow grabbed him or lured him back to the hotel or whatever area, committed the homicide and hid the body and any evidence of the homicide within an hour and a half, to where people 8 days later still cannot find any evidence of this homicide. Now, is it possible? Absolutely. I hope it's not what happened, but it would be improbable, in my opinion, that you could leave the hotel without being seen on camera, grab him, lure him back without any screams being heard on local cameras, commit the homicide and hide the body and any evidence, whatever the homicide weapon was, all of that, before 1 a.m. when you call law enforcement. So I really feel like he's still alive out there, or was, or that the parents didn't have anything to do with the homicide, but I don't know. If they like, if that's a lie and they reported him missing like 2 or 3 days later, then yeah, I'm going to say the parents probably did something and had plenty of time to cover it up. Hey, Addie V, good to see you, love. And oh, I thought I saw Parabola. Parabola, if you're in here, good to see you. Wolfpack, good to see you. I don't know how long he was gone with the previous runaways. I think it's confirmed. Hannah's been asking me. I think they confirmed it. We're going to go back to the presser just to make sure that they did confirm the 11:21 sighting. Now, Mom says that he's also seen at 11:45 by a state trooper, and then he's seen later on in the early morning hours of January 2nd at the fire department, by the fire department and the elementary school in Cement. But those sightings were not verified by law enforcement. That's just what the mom was saying. He did. He did. Is he familiar to the area? He might have a place to hide out. Yes. Their property is a ranch that has horses and like campers. The fact that he's wearing steel-toed boots stands out to me, because that's going to be a country boy. He's probably spent a lot of time out in the woods. I would say he probably has a place to hide, but I don't think that a 12-year-old boy is outsmarting all these people and the cops and hiding in a place without leaving behind any kind of trash, any kind of breadcrumbs, as you would call it, and not being found at this point. That's concerning. Allegedly, they called at 1 a.m. Second sighting by Moms is, yep, it is. It is.
Are ready to hear any kind of news about this, Deanne.
Yep.
That's right, Bobby. Carl, the search actually intensifies each day as 12-year-old RJ Davis remains missing here outside the visitor center in Chickasha. Volunteers gathered earlier today to organize a search to help out. Now, multiple law enforcement agencies have searched areas across Caddo and Grady counties since RJ disappeared last week. The Find RJ Davis hub was set up near the leg lamp to provide supplies for volunteers. They were also asked to fill out a form to track searched areas. The group's Facebook page has more than 1,000 members with over 125 people actively searching. Crews are divided in.
This is what I wanted you to see, which we saw yesterday on the Facebook page, because remember we asked to join that page right when it was getting started. Crystal said if the parents left the hotel room, after the sighting and did the searches like they said, then something bad could have happened after that where nobody saw. And you're absolutely right. So remember, Mom said that once she realized he was missing, she called her family and they went out, and she said our search dogs, our scent dogs, our drones, our ATVs. It was weird for her to claim them as hers like that, but she was saying that her family and them went out and did that. Now, if they did that before they contacted law enforcement or anything like that, and there was no law enforcement involved at that time while they were searching, then they could have absolutely located him and did something nefarious. If law enforcement was involved, and she's referencing after she called law enforcement, her and her family came out and helped law enforcement search, then, you know, it would be less likely that they would have done that. Locals are putting out backpacks with food and water and blankets. That's good. Because as a 12-year-old, if you're really hiding in the woods, he would absolutely grab one of those backpacks and eat the food and drink the water and keep the blankets. And then if I'm sure they're marking where they're putting the bags if they don't have trackers in them. And then they would know that one is missing. That's a really great idea. If RJ planned to leave, he may have made a camp or a bunker. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm leery about the footage. Didn't law enforcement say they had Melody Buzzard on camera too? And we know that was a lie. They did say they had Melody Buzzard on camera, but I think it was at the rent-a-car. I could be wrong. Daniel Martell springs to mind here, although they haven't proved anything yet. Yeah. All right, I'm going to remove this. Hold on a minute. I'm going to try to. Oh, duh. That's how you do that. So these are areas that they've searched. Let me make it big for you. This is where they're searching. So this is in the cement area, and this is where their house is located. And remember, we saw these maps yesterday. And then this is in the Lake Berkshire area. I'm probably mispronouncing that, and if I am, I apologize. So they've got people in these zones and stuff that they're sending out. Again, if you are planning to search or you are searching, just please go to Leg Lamp and let them know so that they can put different people in different areas and cover more ground. It's super important. Cindy from sunny South Florida, good to see you, my love. Okay, I wanted y'all to be able to see that because I feel like it's super important.
To 4 rural zones near RJ's home in Cement and around Lake Berkshire. This week, RJ's mother and stepfather, Kimberly and George Cole, were arrested on child and sexual abuse charges. Volunteers say the focus now is finding RJ and keeping him safe.
I do believe he's alive. I believe he's out there somewhere trying to stay safe, and probably very frightened. And again, we just want to amplify the voices in our community that are saying, RJ, we're here for you. Please come home to this community. We will not send you back where you were.
I think it again is super important for him to know too that the whole community is involved, even the nation. I mean, I'm in Arkansas and talking about this case, and it's blown up more over the past couple of days that we've been talking about it. It's super important for him to understand the whole community is involved now, and the whole community as a whole. There are people out there just like me that would be like, if you're going to put him back there, me and you are going to fight right now in the street. There's going to be blood in the streets if you try to put him back there, which they're not going to do. I feel it's super important for him to know community is involved. That's such a good thing. I mean, that lets me know that he's not going to go back there 100% because that's what the sheriff said. And if they placed him in another family, like the community, with the community being involved, if he goes to another family or something like that, I feel like there's people out there ready and willing to take him and provide him the life that he deserves. You know, Betsy Sue, good to see you. Yeah, they're not ever getting out of prison, and that's super important to know. She is charged with crimes against nature. He's charged with conspiracy, and that's not even including the child abuse and child sex abuse charges that the police said that they're charged with in the presser. I can pull that up.
Now, the group remains in close contact with authorities, keeping them updated on areas that have already been canvassed, and say the search will continue until RJ is found. Now, volunteers are using dogs, people on horseback, drones, and they're welcoming any other resources people may have to help out in this search. Live in Chickasha, Deanne Stein, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.
Deanne, thanks for the update there. If you find RJ, call 911 and let authorities come to you.
Consolidated Builder Supplies sells quality.
It's not. Please call 911 if you find him and let authorities come to you. I was talking about the commercial. And the article continues, volunteers are using dogs, people on horseback, and drones to cover the terrain, and officials say additional resources are welcome. Elena Taylor, the volunteer coordinator, says she believes RJ is alive. Quote, I believe he's out there somewhere trying to stay safe and probably very frightened. We just want to amplify the voices in our community that are saying, RJ, we're here for you. Please come home to this community. That's super important. Come home to the community because there's so many people involved now. You're not going back there. We will not send you back to where you were, she said. The group remains in close contact with law enforcement to provide updates on areas already searched. Volunteers will continue to search until RJ is found. Here are the charges. Let me refresh it just to see. The only thing that's showing up right now is the conspiracy for George Franklin Cole, and that's because he was aware and helping in some way, shape, or form the abuse, which if he was being shackled to the shower then and made to stand there and shit like that, then yeah, he's aware of the abuse he knows is going on. If that's because they're using that as some type of punishment. She is charged with crimes against nature. And this is Kimberly Cole. They are not getting out of prison. We're going to briefly go over what crimes against nature are, and then we're going to go to the Facebook page where the lake is to see what we can find on the lake being partitioned off. I know I said that wrong. Oklahoma law crimes. Okay, in Oklahoma, the crime against nature is defined as engaging in certain sexual acts deemed unnatural, and it is punishable by imprisonment with penalties varying based on the specifics of the offense. The Oklahoma law defines the crimes against nature as engaging in sexual acts that are considered detestable and abominable, which can include acts committed with both humans and animals. The law is confined under that statute. A person found guilty of this crime may face imprisonment in the custody of the Department of Corrections for a term not more than 10 years. There is enhanced penalties for minors. If the offense involves a victim under the age of 16, the penalties are more severe. A second violation can lead to imprisonment for up to 20 years, and a third or subsequent violation can result in life imprisonment or life without the possibility of parole. Individuals sentenced to 2 years or more for this crime are required to serve a term of post-imprisonment supervision, which is in addition to their actual imprisonment time. So what stands out to me most about this is the words detestable and abominable. People were talking about horses in the beginning. I don't know if that's involved. It makes me think maybe there was something involved because they have the horses. People stated that that was for a different case. I know the SA charges and child abuse charges are directly correlated to RJ. And the mom, the biological mom, is the one that's charged with crimes against nature. And again, the biological mom did something that was specifically considered detestable and abominable, which, you know, sexually abusing your fucking child is all of the above. All right, let's go over here. There's where the aunt speaks. Hold on. Let me not put parents interviewing it. We joined this. Okay. That was yesterday. They were talking about people looking for footage. This was from 1 hour ago. It says, was just out at the property. 2 people were seen taking stuff from the campers. Before they could leave the property, a sheriff pulled up and blocked them from leaving. I'm not sure what's going on there. Sheriff did say the property has been searched more than once. We'll post pictures of the vehicles on this post when I get better service. And here's the pictures. What is wrong with people? Like, what are you trying to go take shit out of the campers because you know they're in jail because you want something from the fucking property to try to sell? That's just disgusting. Like, that fucks up the search efforts for everybody. You're in there taking shit. Now they're going to have to coordinate off the property because you're over there acting a straight fucking fool, and people aren't going to be able to search. That pisses me off. Straight to jail. Hannah said RJ is 12 years old. He's missing in Oklahoma. His mom and stepfather have been arrested on child abuse charges, and he is still missing. The last people to see him were mom and stepdad. So Addie V said allegedly CPS removed the sister but left him. Why? That doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. And maybe that's why he's upset with his sister. Yeah, it's a 12-year-old boy named Ryan Davis, also goes by Ryker Cole. Yes, people were trying to do that in the Haro case as well. I guess that's the person that was removing things. Then there's the sheriff coming up to him. If he's driving this truck and all that shit that's strapped down to the back is his shit, maybe he's somebody from the family. Do y'all see the... Hold on. If this is his white truck right here, do you see like these tables and chairs? That looks like a chicken coop strapped to the back there. Maybe he's from the family and trying to get stuff off the property that belongs to him or something. But dude, if that's the case, which I'm hoping it is, right now is not the motherfucking time to be doing that. There's a water jug with what looks like a handprint or outline on it or something. Some kind of box. That's definitely a chicken coop. This right here, this is a chicken coop because there's the lid to it, the roof to it right there. I wonder if that's the step grandpa that y'all were talking about as a child predator that he was staying with. I wonder if that's who that is. I don't know. I'm just speculating. This is just speculation. I wasn't there. I didn't see. I don't know. Just curious. So that's his truck normally, and it looks like the water cooler's there because I don't see anything in the back at this point. Or maybe it's just from the side. You can't see the shit. No, I don't think there's anything back there. Interesting. This is his missing poster, Wolfpack. I'm glad this is here. So this is Ryan R.J. Davis. He is 12 years old. He is 4'11". He weighs 85 pounds. He has brown hair and brown eyes. Ryan R.J. Davis, aka Ryker Davis or Ryker Cole, was last seen on January 2nd of 2026 at the intersection of 4th and Grand Avenue near the Quality Inn in Chickasha, Oklahoma at approximately 23:30 hours. Ryan was last seen wearing a red and black plaid shirt, dark colored jeans, and brown steel-toed boots. Any person with information related to this missing child should contact the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation tip line. The phone number is 1-800-522-8017, or you can email them at tips@osbi.ok.gov. If contact is made with him, you are to call 911 immediately. We talked about that picture there on the right of him. He just looks so sad and defeated. Did you see the horse trailer? I hope they're not the nature the cops are talking about. I hope not. There's several horses out there. Yeah. You would think, but when we talked about drama, you ought to have seen, because, you know, the person that we were talking about decided to pull his stream up, and you know me, like, if you're going to talk about me, I'm going to be there front and center to answer any questions you might have. I will be right there, and I will tell you why I said it and how I feel, because if I say something in private or on the internet, I'm going to stand behind it. I'm going to say, yes, I said that, and I felt like that at this time for this reason, or I feel like that now for this reason. So I was front and center when that person went over my live stream, and all them people in that chat were like, you should stop speculating. you don't need to speculate. You should do some research. And I was like, look, I mean, my name is allegedly speculating because of my true crime. We speculate. And they would continue on, you should do research. Well, it's a good motherfucking thing. You're not a member of my channel then, isn't it? Like, just don't come check me out. Don't subscribe. It's that fucking simple. Jesus. But as Mr. Speculating says all the time, that's what people do in true crime. Even cops, they have to say, okay, what if this happened? We're looking at the evidence and we're going to question, what if this is what happened? So, I mean, it's normal to speculate. Sit all the fucking way down. All right. There's the dad speaking again. It's real short, so
I'm here looking for you, and I'm out tonight looking for you.
Maybe.
Ryker, Dad's here. Your real dad is here looking for you, and I'm out tonight looking for you. And I am going to find you, whether which way I got to go to do it. Ryker, Dad's here.
That's so important for me, saying I am going to find you. It doesn't matter what I have to do. I'm going to find you. People are saying to review your cameras. There's a $5,000 reward. I am not seeing anything on the lake area. Let me go to the specific group that we became a member of and see if it's there. This is where they are searching, happening now. Lake Birchie all day focus search. It is at 4117 to 4121 State Highway 92 in Cement, Oklahoma. Oh, I guess that's just for the event. Anyone off of Facebook is more than welcome to join. That's going on all day today. That's from 2 hours. People are asking for people to review their cameras, doorbell, deer cam, security cameras on the night of January 2nd. That will help. Private searches that are not coordinated searches in the comment. Okay, that's for getting more people out there. Where is, let me check the comments here and see if they're talking about the lake being roped off. This says posting the area we searched via horseback this morning. There's lots of sheds and deer stands back on the fence line. It's private property. I believe it needs to be searched. And this is the area that they were searching on horseback. I'm not seeing anything about the lake being roped off though. Yeah. Well, the Lake Birchie area is where their property was. That's where the mom last said he was seen, but I don't believe her. I don't trust her. But, I mean, I think it's important to search anywhere. Let me see. So who initially reported him missing is the only comment there. Okay, let's see. Just finished the foot search behind Jay's mini stop. This was from a volunteer. I'm heading north of Cement on the tracks. Just made it to the Cole property. I'm going to be looking. I'm not saying anything. My brother, yeah, this is just talking about where people are looking. She's got banned from Facebook for 24 hours for a comment she made on Junior profile. I'm not seeing anything about the lake being roped off. My dad's got a John boat. So they're checking the lake, which is good. Christy's checking. Okay, so I have a couple of questions. Who reported seeing RJ walking away from the hotel, and is there confirmation on this? They live in Cement, but was at a hotel in Chickasha, supposedly for showers. What is RJ's reading level? Asking because we want to leave messages in sidewalk chalk on bridges and building. He was last seen on video footage leaving in the hotel. Nobody knows his reading level because he was homeschooled by monsters. So I doubt it's done very good. Messages make simple just in case. So that answers that question. He was allegedly homeschooled. Somebody's asking if that's him. That's an AI photo. Like if somebody was that close to that person, there would be arms around them or something at their waist. I don't know. Yeah, he has done this before. I think that's a fake photo. They need to stop it. Lake Birchie people, please stand by. I'm confirming if OSBI is there blocking off our meetup area. I will let you guys know. Okay, so here's what they were saying from 5 hours ago. That's what y'all were telling me. Okay. So Lake Birchie people, please stand by. I'm confirming if Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation is there blocking off our meetup area. I will let you guys know as soon as possible. Let's see what the comments say. We aren't allowed to be down anywhere near the first meetup. This doesn't sound positive. Praying any news on why they have it blocked off. Why aren't searchers allowed? Have they found something? Let me get my timestamp quick. I want to know why they've got the lake blocked. This isn't good. 5 hours ago. Oh, Jesus, please don't let anything bad have happened to RJ. Lord, if he's still out there, I pray you send one of the rescuers to him today. New meetup spot. So this is the new meetup spot. What the hell? I know this sounds counterproductive, but Lord, I hope y'all all don't find anything. We are about to head that way. That is the correct meetup spot at 10:30. She just said y'all can't go there. Are y'all still at this meetup location? Yes, waiting for more operators. Is it still blocked off? Is everything all right? And they bumped it. What was the first meetup? So this is the area that's blocked off then. I'm thinking if they roped that area off, they are about to dredge the lake because that looks like a dock going out onto the lake. I don't know if it's because he's missing longer this time. Yeah. This worries me too. I really think if they've got that area blocked off, it's because they're about to dredge the lake or go into the water. But I mean, I'm sure they've communicated with the OSBI. So if they have and they said, look, we're going to meet up here, is that okay? And they said yes, why would they all of a sudden block it off unless they had found something? Nobody knows. I mean, 3 hours ago, why aren't searchers allowed? Have they found something? So I guess we're on standby as to why it's blocked off for right now. Fuck. All right, let's go back to the original presser and just make sure that they did confirm that it was him seen at 11:30. I mean, that's what's on the posters and everything. I'm pretty sure the police confirmed that it was him seen at 11:30 on Tuesday. I wish they would come out and give us an update. And I'm going to check. Jesus. It's not there. Hold on. Well, I got to go in my history now to find it. Hold on just a minute, y'all. There.
The chief of police with the Chickasha Police Department, as well as the assistant chief too, as we've been working on this in a collaborative effort to locate this 12-year-old boy. What I can tell you is the latest we have is that we are still searching for him
possible,
at this
Tom.
time. He has not been found. We are still receiving several tips. We are still following up on those tips, but the boy has not been found. We do believe that he is still alive at this time, and so we're doing everything we can to locate him. The other update we have, since we had last spoke yesterday, is that as this investigation continued, the OSBI made contact with the 12-year-old boy's parents, that is his biological mother and his stepfather. During the conversation with them, it was learned that there was apparent harm done to this child while he was living with these two parents. Based on everything that we were able to gather, based on search warrants that we conducted, and that's multi-jurisdictional agencies that were involved in those.
I want to show y'all something somebody said on Facebook. Marilyn M., thank you for being a member for 5 months. Thank you so much for the continued support. That's so awesome. And I love your peace sign. Thank you. She says, thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you for the continued support. I really appreciate you.
Amazing!
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I wanted to show you this. Now, to be fair, I don't know who posted this. I don't know if they know a damn thing about anything, but this is what they said. Biological dad of RJ has arrived in Oklahoma from Louisiana or LA. It could be Los Angeles or Louisiana. Thank goodness. The mother would not let the bio father have any contact. Mother told son he was incarcerated, which is not true. RJ has had 3 stepfathers, and the mother also has a criminal record. I went all the way back to 2013 on her criminal activities. I hope word gets to RJ that his father is here, if he is still with us. Also, the older sister needs to be investigated. So does the father-in-law, who is a registered pedo and lives down the street from the biological mother. That's what they're saying. All right, let's go back to the interview, or this.
We came to the conclusion that both parents were arrested on child abuse complaints. Multiple child abuse complaints as we move forward with this investigation. And so those 2 parents, as of late last night, were booked into the Caddo County Jail, where they will be at this time. Official charges, of course, will go through the District 6 District Attorney's Office as we move forward with that. What I can say from the OSBI standpoint is when the Chickasha Police Department requested us to look into this case, not only was it important for us to locate this child safely, but we also needed to look into the entire aspect of this case and find out, why is this child missing from the very beginning for multiple days? What's going on, and what's going on with his home life, you know, as well as we kind of dig deep and find out a little bit more into what has caused this. And based on those findings, it was important for us to talk to his parents, find out a little bit more about what was going on at home during that time. And as we looked into it, making sure that when this child is safe, that he stays safe and that he goes home to a safe environment moving forward was very important for us. And it was deemed that it was not a safe environment for him. So that's why these 2 parents are behind bars at this time. We are encouraging people. We understand there's been a lot of Facebook posts and comments about the boy has been seen here and there. We've followed up on all of those so far. What we can still say is that the last time that this 12-year-old boy was confirmed seen was that January 2nd date here in Chickasha.
So that tells me that they have confirmed seeing him on that camera. And I think that somebody from the press is going to ask just to double check, but they said that that is confirmed, that the last time he was seen was the January 2nd date there in Chickasha.
So we are still encouraging people, please reach out to us, contact us. If you see where this boy might have been, where he's going, other people that might have been in contact with him up until he went missing, please reach out to us. We will follow up on all those tips. We've had search parties with all these jurisdictional agencies yesterday, all through tonight, today, as we move forward with this process. And so, again, these arrests are just one step, but the ultimate goal will not change. We need to locate this child safely and bring him home as quickly as we possibly can. I'll field some more questions, but I'm going to have Chief say a few words too.
I just wanted to say real quick to everybody, we appreciate so much the efforts. As Hunter said, this has been a multi-jurisdictional effort. So between Chickasha Police, OSBI, Grady County, I believe Caddo County, OHP, and others, this has been quite an effort.
It really is. You're welcome, Hannah.
Culminated last night with the 2 arrests that Hunter made mention of. The important thing is already this morning, we're following up on at least 2 other tips as we speak. Here's what I need from everybody listening. This child will not be going back to that home. All we want to do is lay eyes on this child, get him the medical care that he needs, and assure him physically and emotionally he will not be returning back to that environment.
You can tell that he's emotionally upset about this. And again, it's just so important for us to get that out there. Obviously, this presser was from like the first day that we covered it, so those tips didn't pan out, but I think it's important to play that. Yeah. I don't know what the story is behind why he kept getting sent back. I don't know if the cops knew about it. I don't know if CPS knew about it. I don't know why he kept getting sent back. If the cops knew about this alleged abuse and sent him back there, then yeah, they should be ashamed. And so should CPS. I just don't know, because there is so much more to this story. Carr said, big speculation here. They need to look into the father-in-law pedo if they were essaying their son. I'm thinking they got the idea from the father-in-law, who may have essayed the step monster. And it's generational abuse. I was wondering that myself. I wonder if father-in-law was involved in the abuse of RJ. Again, big speculation. Law enforcement needs to look into that whole damn family. I agree. Regardless, they need to look into that whole family. I think could have been a generational thing. Yeah, I think they waited one runaway too late to give a damn. Unfortunately, yeah. I just hope to God they find him. Like, that would be the best news ever, to learn that they have found him.
So if anybody out there listening through media, through social media, through any source can bring him here, I will personally meet with this child. We want to get him safe, and we want to get him medically clear so that he is good. Thank you.
Questions?
Based on what you've learned, can you talk about the environment he was living in and specifically the harm done?
Specifically the harm done, we cannot go into that yet. It is still an ongoing investigation. Now, when this child is found, there will be updates of what our findings are. So we will eventually go into that and when these charges are officially filed. But as of right now, specifics on that, we just can't go into that right now.
Do you believe that the parents have something to do with this little boy's disappearance?
We believe that the parents caused, like I said, harm. Now, this last time that the boy went missing, was it specifically because of the harm done to him by these parents? We're just not sure about that yet. That's why, that we're going to still dig into, what was going on at home during that time. So that's something that we will certainly still continue to look into as this moves forward. But it was very clear that it was not a safe environment for this child at home.
Had DHS been called to this phone before?
We have been in contact with DHS. We can get that for you to double check on that. I would like to talk to them about that, though.
We read in an article yesterday that DHS had been involved, but I can't verify that source. So it could have just been somebody talking, or it could be true. I don't know.
yesterday to interact with them. Can you kind of tell us, did you search the property? Is there anything that you guys found while you were out there, or was that just specifically just to apprehend them?
The property was searched, and like I said, we had followed up on multiple properties within the Grady County and Caddo County areas. But again, specifics that were found during our search warrant, just can't unveil that yet.
Can you describe the conditions of the home?
Probably not yet.
Can you speak to why the parents were charged with conspiracy and crimes against nature, but the counts themselves?
Sure. It was child abuse and then child sexual abuse that was complaints to both parents. The conspiracy, of course, is because they were, together when these crimes did occur towards this child. And so that's what we have so far. Now, of course, when this reaches the DA, we'll see what charges are officially filed. But based on our conversation with the parents, that's what the OSBI, that's what our complaints for the arrests were made.
So what's on Caddo County's further booking, that is correct, then the crimes against nature and the conspiracy?
Correct.
Along with child abuse, by?
Correct. Yeah.
And you say sexual abuse. Do you have evidence that, or have they told you?
Again, not going into specifics, but based on what we were able to find in the conversations with those parents, yes, that's why those complaints were placed there, and that's why that's part of their arrest.
Was there any incident on that? Did they tell you what the incident was on Friday? There's been a few stories that have circulated around as far as what happened that Friday before he disappeared, but do you have any idea?
Yeah.
We were able to unveil part of the story of what might have occurred before that boy went missing, but obviously it's going to be very important when we find and locate this child to find out a little bit more of what had occurred, up until that January 2nd date.
Any clue how long it might have been going on?
No, we're still
Evidently, per the step aunt, for years.
looking into that, and an exact timeline of how long exactly, not sure. But we know that from the timeline that we do have and what was found, it was harm that was caused to this child.
It's possible it could have happened the first time that he ran away.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible. We just haven't found that concrete that it had happened in those other times that he went missing.
Are there any other children in the home?
Chief? There was no, there was not.
So we do know there was an older sister that was allegedly removed. I think that's why he paused. And he's saying that at the time that RJ went missing, there was nobody else in the home. Addie says, telling y'all these demons are alive and well. Tim Bushfield, married to Melissa off of Little House on the Prairie, just arrested for SA in New Mexico. Busfield, I'm sorry, Tim Busfield. There's some sick motherfuckers. Do local school or education board keep up to date monitoring progress developing with homeschool children? So, no, they don't. They don't come and talk to my children. But at the end of the year, you have to do testing, and you have to enter it on your homeschool website. Like, you have to register as a homeschool. The state has to know the location of your homeschool, and your children have to do a test at the end of each year to make sure that they're on track. That's about all the oversight that there is. That's why it's concerning. But again, as somebody who homeschools, I don't think that CPS needs to come and check everything. I would just maybe look into homeschools that, if they're not in any of the co-ops, if they're not, I think they should document groups that they're in, and going to the museum, spending a day at the museum, spending a day at the park that has a lake, talking about biology, water, all of the plants, the animals, learning about nature. These things should be documented. But there's not a lot of oversight. There should be more oversight, but not to the extent that just because you homeschool, CPS needs to come look at your house, if that makes sense. Brady, good to see you, my love. Good to see you. I'm glad you are here.
You guys are obviously still continuing the search for this boy. What gives you not necessarily the confidence, but what makes you guys think that he's still around this area? Is there searches going on in other counties or other parts of the state as you look for this boy?
Based on what everything we've been able to find so far, we're talking about a 12-year-old boy who we believe was on foot. And so when you're talking about the last time that he was seen was in Chickasha here in town, of course, where the parents' residence was in Caddo County down by Cement. And so, you know, you're talking about a rural area in between Caddo County and then here in Chickasha. But everything that we've been able to see so far, we do believe that he is somewhere in that area of these two counties.
The last sighting was at the, assuming you're talking about the Quality Inn, or at least somewhere.
Yes, right, right.
Do you have evidence? Like, do we have him on video? Is that how we know he's confirmed that was his last sighting? Because I know there's been a lot of people saying that they've seen him at
This was what was important I was trying to get to.
other places, and of course, you guys have said you've searched for them. But are those not true sightings, or can you elaborate on that?
You're talking about the last time that we had confirmed that he was seen. Yes, those are confirmed sightings that he was seen. You know, I can't go into the specifics of what we had seen, but we were able to use the resources there in town of those nearby buildings to confirm that he was there at that time.
So it's definitely confirmed that he was there at approximately 11:30 on January 2nd, that Friday, 8 days ago, walking. Addie B said, do you think laws need to be made to do video, 5-minute proof of life, etc. for homeschool kids? It's hard, right? Because, like, I don't think it would be a bad idea to have homeschool parents, like, you know, check in, maybe with the local school system, like 4 times a year, annually. Is that called? No, annually is yearly. Like with the seasons, you know, you have a 5-minute video for each child, you know, summer, spring, fall, and winter. You know what I mean? I don't think that would be a bad idea at all. And, like, you know, have them do something like you know, answer a math question, read a phrase or something. I don't think that would be a bad idea at all. But there's a lot of people that homeschool that would find that extremely invasive, because they get out of the public school system because they don't like the public school system. They don't like the curriculum that's being taught, the way children are mean to other children, the possibility of a school homicide, or, you know what I mean? So some people would find that really invasive. I don't think it would be a bad idea at all to have, like, you know, once a season, have them on camera doing a math problem or answering a reading question quarterly. Thank you. Quarterly is the word I was looking for. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I think that would be a great idea. And I think it would help with some of this. But at the same time, I mean, you could make a 5-minute video of a child who's being abused. And God only knows. I mean, the parent could be like, I'm going to beat the shit out of you if you act weird during this video. And the child, I mean, there might not be signs. You know what I mean? I'll be late to mine too. The Melody case, the school reported homeschooling. Why didn't the state do it? Melody case, she was not okay. So homeschool, like, you have your own curriculum. Like for me, I use The Good and the Beautiful, right? Let me pull it up to show you. I use it because when we were in the camper, this is the only website that I've ever found where you can print the curriculum, right? Like free resources right here. You go free curriculum, free book list. So you can go to free curriculum, right? And you have to sign up with your email, but like it will give you the whole curriculum for whatever grade level, and you can print it out, right? So everybody has access to it. Now you got to have a lot of printer ink, and you got to have a printer. That's why I started using it. But going back to your question, I use this curriculum. I have since just bought the books because it was easier for me to just have the books, right? See, free printable kindergarten through 8th grade language arts, free printable kindergarten through 8th grade homeschool math, free printable 3rd grade through 8th grade marine biology science. So you can print it out. It's free. It's really cool. I love that curriculum. It is Christian based. If you're using your own curriculum, then you control everything. Okay. What Melody was doing, what they were doing with Melody is she was doing schoolwork from the public school system at home. So basically, what would happen with Melody is her teachers would print out everything, all of her work for the week. From what I understand, it was something like that. And then her mom would go up every week or every month or whatever, pick up her schoolwork, and she would complete it at home. And then they would take the schoolwork back to the school. And so it's just like she's in school, in the public school system, but she's not physically in the classroom. That's something new that they've started probably since COVID, because I probably would have done that instead of like strictly homeschooling when I first got started, because I was really scared. I was like, you're insane. I cannot homeschool. I don't know what I'm doing. Now I love it. But Mr. Speculating was like, it's really not hard if you try it. I think that you would find it easy, especially considering that I worked in daycares and stuff like that. And our son, he couldn't sit still. So he needed something like that, something where we could sit outside by the lake and do schoolwork and things. But they do offer that. I don't think so. You have if you're doing it yourself with your own curriculum, then there's no reason to check in with the school. Melody got reported missing because of the homeschool they were doing was just literally public school at home. So she wasn't in the classroom. I believe you, all homeschooling not being bad, but you should have to show your work on all children. You should. And that's what the test is for at the end of the year. It's like having CCTV on a neonatal unit. Nobody should be concerned about being monitored if it's in the child's best interest. Exactly. Don't think homeschooling is as popular in the UK, but I could be wrong. There's some people, because I follow homeschoolers that do blogs, and I've seen some from the UK, but I haven't seen a lot. There's a lot more in the United States, especially people in RVs and traveling and stuff. If there was homeschooling, I may have finished high school back in the mid-1970s. I was ran out by bullying girls. I'm so sorry that happened to you, Nona Rocks. That's what it is for a lot of people. Like if their child's being bullied or something, people will turn to homeschooling. I think that's where you get more of we do the public schoolwork at home thing, kind of like what Melody was going through. Because people do get scared about having their own curriculum and stuff.
And again, like we said, that was right down the street here. And so, Chickasha residents of Caddo, Grady County have done a great job of reaching out to us. We need them to continue to do that.
I guess what's your next step moving forward from here?
Next step is these,
That's crazy.
These large searches will continue. I mean, I've told you, it's not just us and Chickasha Police Department, Grady County Sheriff's Office, Caddo County Sheriff's Office, District 6 Task Force. Everybody's still working around the clock. There's been, shift changes, obviously, but these comments that we get, whether it's social media, whether it's through our tip line, straight calls, we are following up on these. And so it's just a continuous, maybe seeing where he might have been, where he is going. But we will not stop until this child's found.
Are you using drones?
Yes, we're using everything necessary. Drones, dogs, everything that we get a tip on, we're using all those, the technology and resources to see where exactly this child might have been.
Are there volunteers?
I hope not.
Yes, I can say that I actually got a call this morning. And so there are people that have helped that are wanting to continue to help. And you guys know, not just here in the Grady County area, but throughout the entire state, we always have people step up and help with that, and we really appreciate it.
Where are you concentrating your search right now?
Just in those 2 county areas. So in between where that residence was down in Cement up until Chickasha is where it's concentrated. Of course.
So yeah, and that's why some people get into it. Like Michael said, we had to homeschool our science-minded kids. Science teachers were young Earth creationists. So, that's why some people do it. And with homeschooling, like if you have a child that is science-minded, you can focus more on the science. They still would have to do some math and literature, but it's not several hours a day. Like when you homeschool, kids usually have 3 to 4 hours of schoolwork a day and they're done. That's why I have the ability to stream like I do. But that is a good thing about it. Like if you have science-minded kids, you can, being the parent, you can focus more on science, and you can take them to the science museum more, or get you could actually get chemicals to do science experiments and stuff that they wouldn't get to do at school. So it's really good, really beneficial for a lot of things, especially if you have students that are advanced in one subject over another. Homeschooling is not popular in the UK because so many rules around it. Okay, well then that's probably a good thing though. And in some states, like there's a map. I'll pull up the map and show you. Like it shows you what states are good for homeschooling and what states are not. It'll be like red, green, and yellow, and it'll show you state to state, like if it's easy to homeschool there or if it's hard because of the rules.
If we get a tip, anything outside of these two counties, of course, we're going to look and we're going to use our resources, but that's where it's concentrated so far.
Do you think he's been staying outside, or do you think he's got some shelter somewhere?
We're just not sure. I mean, you would hope he's got shelter, but I mean, you know, guys, we've talked about this. I mean, this is multiple days now of a 12-year-old boy. I mean, it's to a point where he needs to be found as quickly as possible, because, you know, not knowing where he is, not knowing where he's staying, it's extremely scary.
Any chance of Amber?
And we're now in day 8 and he still hasn't been located, which is again extremely scary. Like I underline and reiterate everything that he's saying right now. We have got to find him. Y'all have got to find him. I pray God's strength with every one of these searchers. And I am concerned about them roping off an area. I know a mommy chose homeschooling because she was avoiding CPS. She thought her home state of Mississippi was landlocked and that World War II was fought in the U.S. against China in the 1800s. That's fucking concerning. For that, I would be like, please, I don't know, find a legitimate YouTube channel and just use that to teach your children, for the love of all that is holy. These things were not available in the early 1970s. No, it wasn't. It was very uncommon. Yep. No one ever offered any alternative nor help in school. I reported the girls and got shrugged shoulders, toughen up. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, things were a lot different back then. And it wasn't cool. He didn't. And that's sad and scary. This is what I was talking about as far as the laws. It says, so no notice required, and it shows you the ones in green. Low regulation is the ones in yellow. Moderate regulation is the ones in orange, and then high regulation is the ones in red. So North Carolina and Arkansas have moderate regulation. So I'm already used to what's going on there. Here's a map of marijuana legality. I like to look at maps. I can't see what it says, but like medical use not decriminated is yellow. Medical use and decriminated is light green. Fully legal is dark green, and fully, I think, illegal is red. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let me stop squirrel braining.
Be issued at some point, or is that, are we beyond that? Or?
No, from what we've been able to gather, that will not. So we'll be able to continue to
I
use
wish I could make
what
sure.
resources we have to push that out.
Not to drill into the ground, but have you gotten any hits like from using dogs, or have you seen anything on drones? Have you used thermal at all? Or
Yeah, we
It's really not hard, Brady. Check out the Good and the Beautiful, but also go to your local homeschool store. That's where I went, and they gave me curriculum. It's called Blast Off to Reading, I think is what it was called. And that's what I used for my children that are like neurodivergent. One's neurodivergent, one's like he's dyslexic and has trouble reading. And they told me to try Blast Off to Reading, and it worked fantastic. It was so good. Definitely look into your local homeschool, and the local homeschool will help you. There should be a store where you can go buy curriculum. They'll help you with what you should start with. They'll give you because they make curriculum for different students. And they'll help you with that. Mississippi, all you have to do is sign a paper declaring your kids are being homeschooled each year in September. That's it. No other requirements. That's insane. They don't even have to take the end of year test. That's crazy.
We've used all that, but in terms of actual, like you call it, hits to see, no, we haven't done that yet. But we're still using all of that.
What's your reaction to just what you've learned about what's happened to this boy in his home?
This is extremely sad. This is a horrific case so far for everybody involved. I mean, again, you're talking about a 12-year-old boy, where it was seen that he was, you know, living in a household where he didn't get to live a life of a normal 12-year-old boy. And so what we've discovered that he had to go through during this time, it's extremely sad. And now he's,
hey, April and November,
you know, no one knows where he is. He's, you know, out on the streets, possibly. It's extremely sad, but again, we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that he is found safe.
Thank you.
Yep.
Julianne, good to see you. I love your picture. Julianne said, Brady, make sure you do go check out all the schools in your area before you decide to homeschool too. Yeah, you can type in your homeschooling with your state.gov. That works too. I did do a quick search for anything going on, like if there's anything new out. I'm not getting much. I'm going to do another search again. We did have this video, but I think we covered it yesterday. I am going to do a quick search before we go to see if there's anything else out, to see if we've heard anything else about that area being blocked off. So now I don't have audio. I'll try to pull that back up. We'll go over here. Let me pull it up this way. I'm going to try to put out a video today of like all of the interviews with family, and like the parents interview, the great aunt, what his dad said. I'm going to try to get all of that for you guys and just put it in a video. I did want to share this with you. I think we played this video in the beginning, but we'll go through it again just real quick. It reads, search for missing 12-year-old RJ Davis intensifies in Chickasha. Search for 12-year-old Ryan RJ Davis missing from Chickasha for a week intensifies as the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation offers a $5,000 reward for information leading to a safe return. That's, again, what makes me concerned, because all these people covering all these 600s of acres and shit, and if somebody had him, then I would think, knowing for a fact that he's not going to go back to that environment, they would say something and get that reward. My child went to a free charter school, which was very helpful. The public schools were bad, but the charter school had small classes and lots of teacher involvement. I've heard that about those charter schools. I hope to God he is, but I'm concerned. I am. Yeah, the great aunt's video is very informative. It kind of pissed me off, but I feel like it's important for people to know what the family has said so far. This is on my computer, so of course there's going to be an ad. Oh, it's for the good and the beautiful.
I want to give. That's right. OSBI is now offering $5,000 to anyone who can confirm.
Let me try to refresh that.
That's right. OSBI is now offering $5,000 to anyone who can confirm RJ's location, leading to his safe return. Right now, as we speak, community volunteers are out searching for this missing 12-year-old, hoping to bring him home. RJ! By foot, by four-wheeler, or by drone. Yeah. Volunteers spent Friday scouring nearby Chickasha and Cement for missing 12-year-old Ryan Davis, known as RJ. RJ vanished outside a hotel in Chickasha 7 days ago and hasn't been seen since. Days after RJ disappeared, his mom and stepdad were arrested for child abuse and child sex abuse.
Well, I have two 12-year-olds myself, and what if it were my son, you know?
We covered about 650 acres this morning, roughly, across 3 pilots, 3 different drones.
Drones took to the sky, flying above a property that belongs to RJ's family, along with a nearby lake, while dozens of other volunteers searched on the ground, looking for any sign of RJ.
See, that's what's concerning to me. There's no way a 12-year-old could hide in the woods for that long without a sign. People are old-fashioned here where I live. I believe we were in that last area in Colorado that finally got one. Our city council voted against it for the last 5 or so years. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, that's a good question. I wonder what his friends know or if he has friends. Because I'm so sorry, Lorianne. That's awful. We tried my son in ABA this year, and one of the teachers swung at his hand in front of one of his therapists. Good thing she missed because I don't look good in orange, but I wear it just saying, no doubt. That's bullshit. Yeah, F that. Hell no. I'd be looking into homeschool too.
Centralizing where he was last seen, where he was known, and then sort of those in-between places. We're just looking, I think, for any breadcrumb, but we want to bring RJ home.
The area, though, like them fields out there, and it's just a bunch of nothing, makes the search harder because there's a lot of ground to cover. A lot. Yeah, they probably had him isolated so he wouldn't talk about the abuse.
Now, on the missing persons flyer, volunteers wrote a message specifically for RJ in case he sees it, telling him that his parents have been arrested. He does not have to return back to that house, and they just want him home. Reporting live in Cement, Kylie Thomas, KOC.
That's what makes this case so much more difficult and harder. Like, he ran away several times because of the abuse that he was enduring. And at this point, he doesn't want to come out. He's not going to come out because he's afraid he's going to be sent back. It's really sad. Like, if we could have been a little bit sooner, you know? So this article reads, community gathers in Chickasha as search continues for missing 12-year-old RJ Davis. Yeah, I was hoping this would talk about the vigil. I wanted to share this with you guys.
We begin with the community coming together tonight amid frantic efforts to find a 12-year-old boy. It has now been 1 week since anyone last saw Ryan Davis. His family says he also goes by RJ. State agents tell us they believe he's still alive and today announced a $5,000 reward to anyone who leads them to the 12-year-old. Also today, prosecutors in Caddo County charged the boy's mother, Kimberly Cole, and stepfather, George Cole Jr. They were arrested earlier this week on child abuse complaints. However, online court records do not indicate exactly what the crime the pair is now charged with. We were there today as groups searched on the ground and in the air for Ryan. And tonight, many came together for a vigil in downtown Chickasha, the place where he was last seen. News 4's Spencer Humphrey was there.
Quite a crowd out here showing up for RJ tonight here in Chickasha. Oh, take a look at this. A lot of people bringing out candles, bringing out love and hope here, meeting up in the middle of town here outside the Chickasha Leg Lamp. And we heard from quite a few people tonight. A couple local pastors organized this, and they spoke to this crowd really about what this moment means. All these people coming here into town in the midst of such a hard time and really uniting around the positive this brings out in the community rather than focusing on blame here.
Yep.
We can throw rocks, we can say who's to blame, we can do everything and do all that. But right now, what's important is RJ and finding him and covering him in prayer and covering everyone who is walking and writing and looking for this little boy night and day.
We also spoke.
That's really important. We can throw blame, but what's important is locating him. Kalisa said because how could he trust they wouldn't put him back with his parents like they did every other time? And I bet they punished him badly when he would come back. And it's sad. Like, this boy was screaming for help. I'm praying that he's found alive too. I got slapped across the head all the way up the hall when I was blamed for something I never did. To this day, school classmates remember it. I was raging and they held me in the office. Lord have mercy. That's awful, Cracker. Yeah, I'm praying he's found alive too. I'm glad they come together. I mean, I'm glad the community is getting involved to this extent, but as they search more area and cover more ground, I get more concerned.
To the man who says he is RJ's biological father. He tells us he hasn't seen RJ in 8 years, hasn't had access to him, but tonight he told us what he'd like to tell RJ if he could hear this.
Ryker, Dad's here. Your real dad is here looking for you, and I'm out tonight looking for you. And I am going to find you, whether which way I got to go to do it.
We also heard from a member of the group who is out there searching for RJ, and they say they are going to continue searching day and night until they find him.
We need the help. If you can't search with us, pray for us. Pray for him. But we're going to bring him home. We've done it, and we will do it again.
I hope she gets the help she
and
needs.
again. So please, you guys, if before you shut your eyes tonight, pray for our team. We'll be out here as long as it
Miss
takes.
North, good to see you.
In fact, that group will be back out here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock by the Chickasha leg lamp, where they're going to start their search for the day again. They're asking for any sort of donations that doesn't involve money, things like water, things like Gatorade, to help them through their days. In Chickasha, Spencer Humphrey, Oklahoma's News 4.
Hold on. I'm not seeing much else on it right now. No, you're good, Mrs. North. I get it. The news is all about the now and not the before. Yep. Yep. They are. Cracker Jack said he absolutely was screaming for help, and it's so hard to see these children to tell even one person, and adults around just left him in the same situation. It's tragic. It really is. Hearing the aunt talk about she knew about this shit for years but didn't say anything because she was afraid of what would happen to her. I just can't get down with that. I really can't. That's about all we've got for right now. We're at 2 hours, so I am probably going to go. I've still got quite a bit to do before Mr. Speculating gets back. If you're out there, if you're able to search, please go help them search. If RJ, if anybody can get a message to him, please tell him that he's not going back to that environment and that the whole community is involved, and the whole community together will make sure that he's not going back to that environment. Did you already listen to the aunt? Yeah. Did you want to? I can play it real quick. Hold on. I'll play the aunt again. What am I doing? Gmail. Hold on just a second. Just a minute. All right, we'll have to give it just a second to load. Hey, Abellis. You're okay. I hope you're feeling better. Okay, so we'll have to give it just a second to load, and then we'll hear what the aunt had to say. You think it's self-preservation? I hope so. Yeah, Michael, thank you for being here. Thank you, Corey. I made them myself quite a while ago. So this is going to have information from the great aunt speaking. Now, this is the aunt that he would run to when he ran away. He ran there once. It's so good to see you, Abellis, and I hope you're feeling better. Maybe, if it wants to load. My internet's going to start messing up. Bitch. Hold on, let me pull it back up again. Sorry, I don't mean to be quiet. There's the great aunt speaking. Picture of her anyway. We got to look at David Stanley's advertisement for the Chevrolet trucks in Oklahoma City.
Him refuge is speaking publicly for the first time. She says RJ was repeatedly trying to escape an abusive home.
News 9's Deanne Stein is live now in Chickasha with this exclusive interview. Deanne.
You know, with the grandfather, the step grandfather being a pedophile, I wonder if he abused the aunt too, because that would be his daughter, right? Or am I wrong? Maybe that's why she didn't say anything. I don't know. I don't want to put nothing bad on her though.
Carl, Bobby, Tina Molina tells me this is the third time RJ has run away from his family, but this time he didn't turn to her. She believes he's afraid of being sent back.
He said he wants revenge on his mom, dad, and his sister.
That's what RJ Davis told Tina Molina, his great aunt, back on December 11th, after running away from the Quality Inn in Chickasha, where his family was living at the time.
They hit him with the baseball bat.
Abuse she claims was ongoing.
She did say they hit him with a baseball bat. She did say that. Holy shit. No, this is the aunt on the stepdad's side. Because remember the paperwork that we saw that she filed said niece-in-law. She filed it against her niece-in-law. So this is his sister.
And at the hands of his mother, Kimberly Cole, and his stepfather, George Cole. Both remain behind bars on multiple child abuse complaints.
I know for a fact that they shackle his feet, handcuff him all the way up here, and put him on a bar in their bathroom. And make him stand there so he can't go to the bathroom or do anything.
While Tina tried to help RJ, she says she was also afraid of his caregivers, and just this week filed 2 victim protective orders against them for stalking and verbal threats.
I've been wanting to turn them in for the longest time, for years, but I was afraid to because it would come back on me. And they would come after me.
Tina said the third time RJ ran away was on Friday. Investigators say he walked away from the hotel and hasn't been seen since. A massive search involving law enforcement and hundreds of volunteers has so far turned up nothing.
I just want him to come home safe and alive. That's all I want. It's killing me. It really is killing me.
Tina believes RJ
genuinely upset, but I just wish something had been done quicker. A bar in the bathroom they would shackle him to. I think she knows for a fact, because it happened to her too from her father. That would be the great grandpa then. Yep. Damn it.
Jay is still out there alive, though, and has this message for him if he's watching.
RJ, this is your Aunt Tina. Please come out. Your mom and dad's in jail. You're safe.
Now search efforts will continue here in Grady and Caddo counties until RJ is found. Live in Chickasha, Deanne Stein, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.
All right, Deanne.
If RJ legit has had 3 stepdads, I mean, why would he feel like he could trust anybody? And his mom was the one charged with crimes against nature, which means his mom is the one who was sexually abusing him. Yeah, I guess because they have him on camera walking away from the hotel and leaving, but that's all I know. I wish we had the footage from the hotel. I do. It's very possible it happened and she genuinely fearful for her safety, but she was still in a better position as an adult, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard place to be, but at the end of the day, I think that I would have said, you know, this child can't do anything to protect himself. So I'm going to fight for him. Can I puke now? Sure. All right, y'all. I'm going to go for the day. I'm going to get a video out that shows what the family has stated up to this point. maybe try to put some other information in there. I need to get a video out on RJ just so the information's out there and people have it. So I'm going to go so I can work on that because I have a lot to do to get ready for Mr. Speculating to get back tomorrow. I love y'all so very much. Y'all are so very sweet. I really appreciate y'all being here with me, and I appreciate the support. I appreciate hanging out with y'all and speculating with you every single day. You guys are so intelligent and so smart, and you give me a lot of ideas and you know, ways to go with the conversations. Addie V said, love day tripping on the pig trail. Gorgeous. Oh yeah, the pig trail. That's what the sign is. That was when we came to North Carolina. I mean, not North Carolina, Arkansas the first time when we were visiting. We went on the pig trail. It was pretty cool. And I got those signs and there were stickers and the RV from the pig trail. I loved it. It's so pretty up there. Michael Green Chili Chicken is sending love to everybody. Yep, it's time to dance. It's time to dance. And Jenny Jen said, take care of everybody. Thank you guys. Lori said, sending hugs to you all. Stay warm. Yes, stay warm out there. And I will see y'all on Monday. I hope y'all have a good Sunday. I will come live if anything happens. We'll talk about it with RJ, but I'm just going to keep following this case. If anything breaking happens, I will try to get it out here first to you guys because I'm following this case very closely and praying that he gets found. Please continue to pray for him and everybody else. Michael Green Chili Chicken's brother, Lori Ann with the urology appointment. I think you already had that, and I'm assuming everything went well. Bye, everybody. Love your faces. If nobody's told you, you are enough, you are important, you are special, and you are very much loved. And I will see y'all on Monday. Bye.
Listen up, I gotta tell you, there is something you should